This FM experiment is simple. Spin the wheel 20 times and select a player from the Premier League club it lands on to try and win the Premier League in 3 seasons. But here's the catch. The team then isn't actually removed from the wheel, so we could end up with 5 Burnley players and 5 Sunderland players and no Liverpool or Man City players, which would be an absolute disaster, and I'm sure you're already seeing the problem. So if this feels like content that you really enjoy, FM experiments, etc., then drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel for lots more. So here are the general rules. The first club to be selected from the wheel will be the club that we take over. 20 spins of the wheel equals a squad of 20 players. The team is then not removed, so can be selected again. We will be using an updated database, so all of the new Premier League signings can be chosen, for example, Gyökeres and Benjamin Sesko. There is no budget experiment because, well, it's going to be difficult enough. In each transfer window, the wheel can be spun 3 more times, but these incoming 3 players must replace 3 current squad members. And we have 3 seasons to win the Premier League. So the team we will be managing is, drum roll please, Everton. Right then, so we did choose Everton first from the wheel, so it's time for our first pick. Quite a difficult one, Everton. This is telling me Jack Grealish is the best player on the team. We could go for him. Beto could be a decent backup striker maybe for the squad. We need to remember that it is 3 years, and so older players like Tarkowski, who is 32, will be 35 in the final season, so maybe a little bit too old. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for Jared Branthwaite as maybe a left-footed option at centre-back. So Branthwaite takes the first slot in our team. He might not end up starting. He might end up on the bench, but for now, we'll put him in and see what happens next. Okay, our next team is... Oh, I would have liked Arsenal. We've got Villa, which isn't horrendous. So I'm just looking down the Villa squad now. Martinez would be a sick option in goal, but as a 32-year-old, as a 35 in the 3rd season, maybe a little bit too old. Pau Torres could be a good shout. Ollie Watkins may be the one, actually. Morgan Rogers. I think I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins. Guys, if you think my choices aren't very good, come and tell me in the comments who you would have chosen instead. Right, Watkins has taken a place on our team. It's time to spin the wheel again. Who will we get this time? We have, please give me a good one. Sunderland. Okay then. Sunderland have recruited quite well in the summer. They've made quite a lot of signings, haven't they? And they've spent quite a lot of money, so their squad is pretty sizable here. Trying to think of who would be sensible for us to go for here. Anthony Patterson, maybe a backup goalkeeper. Nordi Mukiele is actually a very decent backup player who can play in multiple positions, so he could be a good option. Granit Xhaka is the obvious one, but at 32... he might not be at his best in the last couple of seasons, so I'm going to avoid him for now. Adingra could be a good one. Do you know, I think Mukiele makes the most sense here. We're going to put him into the team at right back for now, but I think that could change. Spin that wheel. Come on. Sunderland's not a great pick, so let's have somebody good now, please. Can't be Everton again, surely. Another Everton player. Look, I'm not delighted that Everton's been chosen again, but we'll go for Jack Grealish. He is on loan at Everton for the season, and the fact there's 2 Everton players in this lineup as it stands is not ideal, but Grealish, I guess, is fine. No more Everton players, please. Spin that wheel. Come on. Give me a Man City or a Liverpool. Let's crank things up, guys. Let's go. Right. Not ideal again. We've got Burnley. Guys, this isn't an easy one, really. My head first went to Kyle Walker, but he is 35, which means he will be 38 years old at the end of the experiment, and he's probably going to be a little bit past it then. Or do we risk it and just go Kyle Walker? I'm also thinking Martin Dubravka is a backup goalkeeper. There aren't any other players here really that are floating my boat too much. Marcus Edwards might be all right. I think I'm going to go Dubravka as a backup goalkeeper, you know. If Martin Dubravka ends up as our first choice keeper, something's gone shambolically wrong. Come on then. Let's have a big team, please. We've just had Burnley and Sunderland. Let's go. Are you... Oh, I thought it was going to be Sunderland again then. I was about to kick off. We got Tottenham. Right, there's some good players here we could choose from. Because we can only have 20 players in our squad, the versatility might be quite important. So Kulusevski is coming onto my team. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's another Sunderland. As if it's another Sunderland. I'm going to be honest. I think that front four could look a bit better. So we could do with some big clubs coming up on the wheel now. Getting a bit desperate. Spin that wheel. Come on. The drama of it. The absolute drama. Who's next? Hello. I would have really liked Newcastle. I mean, Forest have got a few good players. I don't hate it. Let's go there and see. Right, Forest had a really good year last year, and their new signings have come in, and they don't look great, actually, in this current version of FM. I mean, Chris Wood could be a good shout, but he is 33 years old. Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think I've already got some wingers, though, right? Sangare is a good option in centre midfield. I've got a keeper for now. Do you know what? Nikola Milenkovic. 6'5", isn't he? He's a big Football Manager likes big boys. I think we go Milenkovic here. Right, there's the team so far. In the comments, come and let me know what you're thinking. I think this is not a team to win the league as it stands, but I feel like it's all right. We go again. Spin the wheel. Let's get a big club now, please. Not again. Chelsea. We could go big here. Let's get a good one. I'm pretty stuck here on Chelsea because there's quite a lot of options we could go for. Cole Palmer, you know, isn't great on Football Manager 24. So even though he's the obvious shout here, I don't think we go Cole Palmer. Enzo Fernandez is right up there as a good option. Reece James would be my starting right back if we got him. But he is quite injury prone. And with our small squad, we can't really afford lots of injuries. So for that reason, I think it's going to be Enzo Fernandez. Okay, pick number 10. Let's spin the wheel. We go again. The team is starting to shape up now. And our next player is going to be from Manchester City. Come on, let's have it. So Haaland obviously goes straight into the 11, which means that Watkins is now sitting on the substitutes bench. But I feel like Watkins as a sub for Haaland is actually a pretty good option. This is going too well at the moment. Oh, God. Van Dijk or Salah? Van Dijk or Salah? The thing is, though, they're both 33. Are they going to be of use in this team when they're 36? I do think Salah might be quite good for at least the first couple of seasons. We could maybe transfer him out at that point. Because remember, we do have our 3 spins per transfer window. So we could have him for a few years and transfer him out for the last one. But then the risk is then we might end up getting a Burnley winger to replace him. So it's tricky. Do you know what? It's Mo Salah. It's Mo Salah. And Salah and Haaland in the same... We could win the league in the first season. Now, if you do support Liverpool, I'm really sorry. Salah doesn't look great in an Everton shirt, does he? It doesn't really look like it should look. But here we are. We're in this situation. Salah plays for Everton. We go again. The team is Haaland and Salah. Chelsea again. Look, I know it's a bit of a risk with his injuries, but Reece James in this team does look very, very nice. I think he's going to be a very decent player for me. Do you know what? A left back at this point would be really good. Who are the best left backs in the Premier League? In the comments, come and tell me who you would choose at left back if you could choose anybody. And let's spin the wheel. Let's see if we can get a good left back or maybe even a centre midfielder. And we do need a goalkeeper as well. I don't think Dubravka's going to start here. Hello. Is this corruption? Have we rigged the wheel? This is too good. Oh, it's so tough. I think I'm going to go Guardiola, though. Now, I'm thinking he could start at left back, or we could move him to play centre back alongside Milenkovic and then get another left back in to put Branthwaite on the bench. I feel like we've got some good options here, though. I'm going to be honest. This team looks a lot better than I thought it would at this point. Who's up next? We haven't had a Palace pick yet. Interesting. Right, who have Palace got that we could go for here? Do you know what? I think I'm going to go Mark Gehi, and our defence might almost be complete at this point. Right, boys and girls, we've got 6 more picks in us, so we need to start thinking about versatility. You know, we need to have cover in each position. So let's spin again. And we need to start thinking about this a bit more now, I think. Let's just not go for the best players available. We have a Brentford. Right then. Squad players for Brentford that will come in and do a decent job in this team. Now, similarly to the Eza situation, I'm not sure when this video goes out, but Yohan Wissa is currently not playing for Brentford because he may be about to move elsewhere, maybe to Newcastle. I don't know if that's actually happened yet in real life, but because of that, I'm not going to go for Wissa. There are some interesting squad options here we could go for. Now, one really stands out for me, and that's Aaron Hickey, because he can play naturally at left back and right back, and I feel like a player like that would be really, really useful for us in our 20-man squad. Right, at this point then, so Guardiola, Gehi, Milenkovic and Reece James as a back four looks really strong, with Branthwaite, Mukiele and Aaron Hickey as our backups. I feel like in terms of defenders, we are sorted. We do need to get a first-choice keeper in, and I do think a first-choice centre midfielder, because Enzo Lefebvre, even though he's a good player, I think we could probably do better. It's Man City again. It's the third Man City pick. I was going to go Ederson without thinking about it, but Foden to play in the hole behind Haaland. Woo! That would be really cool and pog. Oh, I don't know. I've just thought Rodri. Oh, Rodri would be so good in centre midfield for us. In this position, in the comments, what would you do? Would you go Ederson, Rodri or Foden? I might end up regretting this, but I have gone for Rodri. Now, what we could do is we could tweak the formation and play Rodri in front of the back four and maybe get another centre midfielder into play there. Or Kulusevski could actually play in there. It's interesting. Right, 4 picks to go. Let's spin that wheel. Right, centre midfielders, wingers. We haven't got any winger backups as it stands. We're off to Burnley. To be fair, we've had some good picks recently, so it's fine. I am really sorry to the Burnley fans, but I really didn't want that to be Burnley. I think Marcus Edwards makes a lot of sense. So this is the team as it stands. I have taken Kulusevski out of the 11 because he's going to go and sit on the bench alongside Edwards. And I think if I can get a really good centre midfielder to come in and sit here, I do think that's a pretty strong 11. I mean, Dubravka is the number 1, not ideal. How many picks have we got left? Is it 3 more? A first choice centre midfielder, a first choice goalkeeper, and maybe a backup midfielder. And I think this is looking pretty good. It's Crystal Palace. All right. Okay. I've got a few ideas. Look, I don't love the pick, but I have gone for Dean Henderson because with 2 more spins left, I'm not willing to take the risk really. And I think 2 decent goalkeepers. You know, Dubravka could start if he needs to. I don't think he's horrendous. Henderson as the first choice is fine. It's just fine, isn't it? I mean, look, Aston Villa. Can think of a few guys I could go for here. I do quite like the balance between Rodri, McGinn and Fernandes. Rodri's going to kick everybody. McGinn's going to just run for days. And Fernandes can spray the ball around with his good passing. I feel like that's quite a nice little 3 there. And so it's all come down to our last spin of the wheel. So I do feel like maybe a DM or a centre mid backup here would complete my 20. So for the final time, spin that wheel. Is going to be a Nottingham Forest player. Okay. I might go Sangare. Okay, so a recap then. So we are Everton. We have to try and win the Premier League in 3 seasons. We're allowed to do 3 transfers per transfer window using the spin of the wheel. And our team is as follows. Our starting 11, we have Dean Henderson, Josko Guardiola, Mark Gehi, Milenkovic, Reece James, Rodri, McGinn, Enzo Fernandez, Jack Grealish, Mo Salah and Erling Haaland. And on the bench, we have Martin Dubravka, Jared Branthwaite, Nordi Mukiele, Aaron Hickey, Sangare, Lefebvre, Kulusevski, Marcus Edwards and Ollie Watkins. I think we've done pretty well there. So in the comments, come and tell me whether you think we've done a good job. Tell me if you would have made any different player transfers in than I have done. And do you think we could win the league in the first season? And we've got off to an incredible start with a 3-0 win. Now, I know Burnley aren't great, but a home 3-0 win is still pretty good. A Haaland header in the first half, followed up by exquisite Rodri finish that goes straight into the top corner. Wasn't expecting that from Rodri. And then Erling Haaland finishes off the route with a powerful strike with his left foot into the top right-hand corner. And so that's 3 points to the Toffees. So we are mid-September now, and as you can see, the season is going very well. We're currently invincible. Invincible season, anybody? I doubt it, but you know, we'll see. West Ham away 2-1 win. Nottingham Forest at home 5-1 win. Erling Haaland is scoring so many goals, by the way. Shrewsbury was smashed in the cup. A 4-4 draw away at Villa in the league. United at home was 4-0 and a 0-0 draw away at Chelsea. Now, Erling Haaland has scored 16 goals in 7 appearances so far. Now, that's a crazy amount of goals. I'm not sure he's going to keep that ratio up, but if he does, he might get 100 goals this season. Our season continued in fantastic, stupendous fashion with wins against Sunderland and Wolves and a Carabao Cup 4th round continuation against Leeds, and then absolutely smashed Bournemouth 6-1. Haaland ended up scoring 4 goals in that match. And we were actually unbeaten all the way up to Boxing Day, the 26th of December, where Newcastle smashed us at St James's Park 4-1. Haaland scoring again in the first minute, and things were looking really pretty. But then Newcastle went and scored 4, and in the end annihilated us. An unbelievable strike from Ramsey in there. And so coming into our first transfer window of the experiment, things are going pretty well. We are sitting in 3rd place on 41 points, just behind Liverpool and Man City. Only one defeat in there to Newcastle, but some solid performances. Erling Haaland with an unbelievable 29 Premier League goals in 20 appearances. It's a good job we've got Haaland in the team. With Jack Grealish, our highest assister, getting 9 assists so far. However, we are out of the Carabao Cup, losing to Liverpool at Anfield. Although what was really funny is that Mo Salah did actually score for us at Anfield. But it meant nothing because we're out. And so it's time to add 3 new players to our team to replace 3 of our current squad. Now, this could make us worse. It could make us better. I don't know what's about to happen, but we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to find out together. The team we're choosing from Aston Villa, so we need to work out how we can upgrade this team with an Aston Villa player. I've got my eye on 2 players here. I'm either thinking Yuri Tielemans as a midfield option, or I'm thinking Martinez, who is a quite big upgrade on Henderson in goal. Or we could replace Dubravka, put Henderson on the bench. My only issue is his age. He's 33, so he will be 35 by the end. But I still feel like he'll be a decent choice. So I think we're going to go Martinez in, Dubravka out. Okay, so Martinez is now our goalkeeper, but we do have some issues in the team. Enzo Fernandez and Jack Grealish, as you can see here, are injured for the next couple of weeks. That shouldn't be too much of a bother. But Mo Salah and Sangare are away at the African Cup of Nations, so they're going to be away for the next month. So I feel like we need to consider those things when we spin the wheel for the next time. That's a lot of midfielders there not available. We're going to get an Arsenal player. I'm very happy about it. And I think I know exactly who I want. I've gone for Declan Rice. I feel like Rodri and Rice together in midfield, that's going to work really well. So Declan Rice has come into the team. And Ibrahim Sangare, who's away on African Cup of Nations duty and wasn't really playing in the team anyway, out. And it's time for our final spin of the wheel of the transfer window. So after this pick, we go all the way to the end of season 1 to see if we can win the league in the first year. And our third pick, I can't believe it, is another Arsenal player. It's like I've rigged it. I swear to you, I haven't rigged it. Saliba. Oh, see, this is the chance to get Saka in, but I just don't know how Saka and Salah can play in the same team. I can't logically work out how that's going to play out. I feel like getting Saliba in, maybe taking out Milenkovic, that does work. So we now have a predicament. Saliba's come in. The player that I removed will either be Mukiele, but he's my only backup right back. I've also got Gehi and Milenkovic, and that's really tricky. So in the window, we've ended up bringing in Emiliano Martinez. Is his name Emiliano? Is that right? Declan Rice and William Saliba. 3 pretty good signings there. So the plan is to now, we're going to go to near the end of the season, see how we're getting on. Can we win the league in the first season? Let's go. Right, there's 3 games to go in the season. We are in an FA Cup final against Nottingham Forest to come up very soon. That's very exciting. We're probably not going to win the league, though. We did just play Man City away at the Etihad. Lost 1-0, so I feel like that's all of our hopes and dreams dashed. We are 5 points behind Man City with Fulham at home, Arsenal away, and Newcastle at home to play. So it's looking unlikely. But let's go through the result. We started the run off with a 4-1 victory at home to Fulham. Fulham taking the lead through a Danny Ings tap-in on the line. Danny Ings is signed for Fulham apparently. Didn't know that. But we swiftly equalise. A lovely move. Kulusevski through to Haaland, and Haaland doing what he does best, putting the ball in the goal to make it 1-1. And then very quickly in the second half, Kulusevski again cuts in on that left foot. It's a lovely finish from Kulusevski. A header from, I believe that was Haaland or Branthwaite. I can't quite tell. And then to cap off a lovely win, Declan Rice bursts into the box, gives it to Kulusevski. Kulusevski is absolutely fantastic, by the way, to give Everton a 4-1 win. But unfortunately, Man City won as well. They beat Leeds away at Ellen Road, which means the gap remains at 5 points with 2 games to go. So we're probably not going to win the league, but we'll come back for the FA Cup final to hopefully see us win our first piece of silverware. And did we win the FA Cup? You bet we did. Beating Forest in the final 1-0 in the last 10 minutes of the game. Guess who? Erling Haaland with the goal to win the Toffees their first piece of silverware for a very, very long time. And so this is how the season panned out. We came second in our first season with 78 points, 1 point ahead of Chelsea in third, but some way off of Man City. So it's going to be quite difficult to try and win this title. We didn't do it in the first season, but remember, we've got 3 seasons to do it. We did win the FA Cup, however, we didn't win the Carabao Cup. So the time has come for 3 more transfers, 3 more spins of the wheel, and we're going to kick off season 2. So what I didn't factor in was that Mo Salah's contract was running out and he's kind of gone to PSG. And I'm going to be honest, this is quite a blow to our title hopes. No Mo Salah next year. So our 11 looks like this as it stands. It's a good 11, but it didn't win the league last year. So it's time for 3 more wheel spins. Although I'm going to be honest, it's quite difficult to improve this team. Maybe a really good winger. So our first spin of the summer to start season 2. We are picking up a player from Bournemouth. So Justin Kluivert has joined our bench for the second spin of the summer. We need a big team here. If it's not a big team, we're in a bit of bother, I would say. I'd swear we've got about 57 Nottingham Forest players. We're getting another one. Again, there's a few good options. Morgan Gibbs-White, potentially. You've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's apparently currently injured, but will be back for the start of the season. Murillo as a centre-back could be good, although is he better than Milenkovic? Probably not. Not a lot going on here. There's a few options we could go for. Elliot Anderson, maybe. I feel like Callum Hudson-Odoi, even though he's another winger, would provide something a bit different on the wings for us. And for our final spin before we start the new season, optimism, you know, hopefully we can go and win it this year. We're going to get a player from, it's not quite the big club that I was looking for. It's Brentford. I'll make this a quick one. Christopher Ayer is going to come into the squad basically because he can play centre-back, DM, centre-mid and right-back. So in a 20-man team, which is quite a small squad, I think Ayer is a decent player to have around, and he's also 6'5", and we know what FM's like. They love big, meaty men. So Ayer up from corners makes a lot of sense. And so our 11 for the new season: Martinez in goal, Guardiola, Milenkovic, Saliba and Reece James at the back, Rodri, Rice and Enzo Fernandez in centre midfield, with Grealish on the left, Kulusevski on the right and Haaland through the middle. Season 2, let's go. And so we have reached mid-October and things are going very, very well. Our league form has been pretty good. We're currently sitting 3rd in the league. We've just beaten Arsenal 2-1. A penalty from Haaland putting us 2-0 up, but then Bukayo Saka right in the last minute pulled one back for Arsenal to make it 2-1, but it was not enough for them. And we've also got 3 wins out of 3 in the Champions League. One of those results being a 1-0 win against PSG with an 88th minute Erling Haaland winner. And Haaland is having another fantastic season. So all of that puts us 3 points behind Man City in the league. We are 3 wins from 3 in the Champions League, in the top 3 alongside Newcastle and Real Madrid. Carabao Cup against Crystal Palace coming up soon in the 4th round. We did win the Community Shield as well, beating Man City as that. So it's looking pretty good. So let's get to January. Let's see how we're getting on and let's do some more spins. Here we are then, the 3rd of January. As you can see, the league is going okay. We're 2 points off Man City, but it's a very close title race between us and City, and Liverpool could go either way as it stands, although Man City have the better goal difference. The Champions League isn't quite going as well now. Our top 8 place is hanging in the balance. We've guaranteed ourselves a playoff place, but with 2 games to go, it could be top 8. It might not be top 8 though. We have to play Ipswich away in the FA Cup 3rd round, and we are in the Carabao Cup semi-finals where we're going to the Emirates. So the window is open and this is our chance to make our squad even better with some wheel spins. So for our first spin this January, let's go. Let's make the squad better if we can. Our squad's already pretty good. We are bringing in a Fulham player to try and improve things. Nobody springs to mind, so I've decided to do Emil Smith-Rowe in. Justin Kluivert, who we did just bring in the summer, hasn't started a game. So Justin Kluivert, I'm really sorry, but you're out. I would say a mini upgrade there. Let's see if we can upgrade the team even further with our next. So the team we're getting a player from. I feel we've got a lot of Aston Villa players. Another Villa player. So we've gone Yuri Tielemans in, Enzo Lefebvre out. And our final spin of the January. 2 mini upgrades there, I would say. So our squad is better, but not massively better. I wonder if we can upgrade it even more with another Bournemouth player. And so we've done Evan Ilson in, John McGinn. I'm really sorry, but his attributes are declining a little bit now. He is getting on a bit. So, you know, Scotsman, I'm really sorry, but John McGinn out. So our squad has been upgraded slightly, but mainly the substitute positions. We haven't touched anybody in the starting 11 because I still think it looks pretty solid. So let's carry on with the season. We got to the Carabao Cup final, playing Newcastle. And did we win it? You bet we did. Although this time it wasn't Haaland with the winner. It was Haaland down the right-hand side who passed the ball into Kulusevski. Enzo Fernandez boomed it into the goal to give Everton their second trophy in 2 seasons. Guys, we're agonisingly close. We did just lose to Tottenham. We were joint top of the table. Goal difference separated us and Man City, but we have just lost. Our next game is Man City away with 2 games to go. If we beat them, this goes down to the last day. If we don't beat them, this is probably over. So we're going to watch the match. Right, possession for Man City, the 29th minute of the match. They come forward. Reece James has lost the ball, though. Jeremy Doku is in on goal. Oh, he's hit the post. Did Martinez get a touch on it? I don't know if he did. It's a mistake at the back. We were let off big time there. And now it's our turn for a little bit of possession. Guardiola comes out from the back to Rodri. It's funny having all these ex-Man City players in our team. Declan Rice. Lovely ball to Haaland. I mean, was he onside there? I don't think he was, but that was a lovely ball through from Rice. And at half-time, it's 0-0 now. If this game is a draw, because of the goal difference, Man City effectively win the league. So we need to find a goal from somewhere here. Now, with no shots on target in the game with an XG of 0.12, we need a spark from somewhere. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to gamble. I'm going to bring on Smith Rowe to play on the right-hand side for Hudson-Odoi. And I'm also going to take off Enzo Fernandez for Ollie Watkins. And we're going to go to a more 4-2-4. I feel like Man City might pick us off here. But we've got to take a risk. There's no point in us sitting there and losing the match or drawing 0-0. We have to win this, okay? Erling Haaland advance forward, 4-2-4, push the line up. Let's go for the win. And Man City play out from the back in the 49th minute. First highlight of the second half. It's Nipan, FM Wonder Kid. Love a bit of Nipan. Cuts in. He's played it across the pitch up to Doku. Doku turns back onto his right foot. I don't know who that guy is, but we've managed to clear it into Phillips. Hincapié. Doku on the edge. They've had a shot and it's gone over Martinez's bar. It is, however, a set piece to Man City. They've whipped the ball into the back post. Rodri's there with the header. Apparently, he didn't head the ball. Was that handball? The referee's gone to VAR. Andrew Madley's talking into his ear. I think he's given a penalty. This is not good news for us. I don't know who's stepping up to take it. It's Jeremy Doku for Man City. And Martinez has made us. That save could win us the Premier League. We're going to play for 3 out-and-out strikers. We're going to play Smith Rowe in the hole behind. Look, there's no point in us sitting here and waiting for them. Wing backs on attack. Let's play the ball a little bit longer, slightly more direct, be a bit more expressive on the ball. Play less wide because we're not playing with wingers now. Get the ball forward and see if we can get Haaland onto something. Still no shots on target for Everton. Not our most attacking performance. However, we do have a corner. Haaland's taking the corner, which is weird. The ball's come into the box and Rodri has just headed it wide. That was a huge chance. Why is Haaland taking the corners? Another chance for Everton. Ball goes wide. If we win this, this is huge, by the way. This could be a massive win. Watkins up to the back post. Haaland's there with the header. It's Manchester City 0, Everton 1. 10 minutes to go. We could be on for something huge here. We've got it on the right-hand side. Milenkovic plays it into Watkins. I'm not surprised it's Haaland with the goal, but Watkins with a beautiful delivery. Haaland with a trademark header at the back post. I can't believe it. We're going to do it with our first shot on target. Right, it's time to shut the doors a bit. We can't do this. Do we take Haaland off to bring a defender on? This is a big risk, but the other 2 strikers we've just brought onto the pitch. Haaland's going to be furious, but I'm going to take him off for Christopher I. I'm going to go for 5 at the back. I'm going to do something like this. Maybe Rice and Rodri to drop back as well and just be really, really secure back there. on a defensive mentality. See if we can see the game out. 5 minutes to go. Into stoppage time. The game is ticking away. There's a chance right at the end for Man City. He's in the bar from a free kick. I don't know who this guy is. It was almost heartbreak for Everton. And that, I think that's that. That's that. It's a win for Everton at the Etihad Stadium. Now, if we go and have a look at the league table, this has given us a really, really good chance. It means we are joint top of the table going into the last day of the season. Liverpool probably aren't going to do this now because of their goal difference. So, just scrolling down, Chelsea at home. It's not an easy game, by the way. Man City, please have a hard away game. They've got Aston Villa away, and they've also got the FA Cup final and the Champions League final to think about. So maybe their heads are going to be elsewhere. We're going to the last day. Okay, I can't believe it's gone down to the last day. Chelsea at home. We're going to go with the same 11 that started the Man City game. Haaland still is in need of a rest. It's not time for that, Erling. Can you imagine your star striker on the last day of the season, almost to win the league, for him to say, boss, I need a cup of tea. Go and sit down. It's not the time, mate. There's been a goal. Man City have scored an early goal at Villa. En-Nesyri has put them in the lead, which means if Man City win, we cannot win the league unless our goal difference dramatically turns around. Guardiola for us down the left-hand side. We are going to need something miraculous here. It's a good save from Sanchez in the goal. Corner to Everton. Haaland apparently is the corner expert. I don't know why he's on the corners. This is not my decision. I'm going to be honest. My assistant manager sorts the set pieces, so not up to me. We need Villa to score a goal. Come on, Villa. I've never supported Villa in my life. Haaland with the corner, whips it into the back post. It's a header. It's off the bar. And the referee's given, I don't know what he's given. Is he offside? It's a good chance and a good start to the game for Everton. Aston Villa have scored. Leon Bailey has scored. It's 1-1 at Villa Park, which means if we score now, we go top of the table. Rodri in midfield. Back to Saliba. This could be it. Callum Hudson-Odoi, use your pace. Get down the side. Whip it in. He has. It's a goal. It's Erling Haaland. This is 61st goal of the season. That's an incredible total. Haaland has scored for Everton. It's 1-0. That puts us top of the table. I can't believe it. Hudson-Odoi using his pace down the right. Goes past his man. Whips the ball in low. Haaland's always there to tap it in. He's a merchant, a goal merchant. 61 goals for Haaland, and we go top of the table as Reece James takes a free kick to the back post. Haaland's there. It's 2-0 to Everton. It's a fantastic header from Erling Haaland. I can't. Everybody calm down. Calm down, YouTube. Calm down. Haaland with the header at the back post. Past Sanchez. Now, it looks like we're doing our bit. We need Aston Villa to do that, but they aren't. Man City have scored. En-Nesyri scored in the 40th minute. I completely missed it. Man City have taken the lead again. We're second. I can't deal with the pressure. It's gone to the back post. Reece James. Doesn't matter what we do now, really. We'll try and keep scoring goals if we can. It's been a really good first half for us. We've put the pressure on Chelsea and dominated the play. We're going to half-time 2-0 up. But if Man City win, we know there's nothing we can do about it. We need a miracle from Aston Villa in this second half. Just keep an eye on that league table. Keep an eye on the score as we push forward again. Comes out to Hudson-Odoi, who's actually played really well in the absence of Kulusevski, which is kind of his job, to come in when needed and just do bits. Milenkovic keeps possession for Everton into Rodri. It's good. This is good from Everton. Slow build-up. Goes wide to Reece James. Chance for us. Can we get the ball into Haaland? Rodri's there. Oh, it's a good effort from Rodri. It's a good save from the keeper. It's a corner. Grealish with the corner. I've just seen some heartbreaking news in the bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if you saw that, YouTube. Man City are 3-1 up. Asensio was scored. We need Villa to... Villa have scored. Villa have scored. It's 3-2. It's 4-2. Oh, I can't keep up. Leao has scored for City. It's 4. I can't keep up. It's 4-2. We need Villa to score 2 goals. I don't know if it's going to happen. We've got another season, but I thought this was going to be the one. Guardiola on the left-hand side. Not a great through ball. Fofana's going to clear it for Chelsea. Like, we've played really well here, but just that Tottenham away game. We just needed to get a result against Tottenham and we would have been the champions. Tottenham have really killed our party. Guardiola with a shot over the bar. Come on, Villa. Have you got it? Dig deep, Villa. Have you got 2 goals in you? I'm going to be honest, I don't think they have. It would be a monumental effort if they did. Man City's team are not even that impressive. You know, we've stolen Haaland from them and Rodri and Guardiola. They've not really replaced them. Like En-Nesyri apparently is the best striker ever now. Guardiola on the left-hand side. Is there another goal for Everton here? No. Haaland with a shot that's blocked. It's a corner. Corner comes in. As we go into the last 10 minutes, we need a genuine miracle here from Villa. And I don't think we're going to get it. En-Nesyri has missed a penalty for Man City. The time's ticking away. Oh, we were so close to the league title there. I can't believe it. We were so close. And so the final league table, Everton come in second place, but losing out on goal difference to Man City. It's absolute heartbreak. We lost in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Barcelona. We did win the Carabao Cup and the Community Shield, and we have got an FA Cup final to come up against Man City. I will let you know how it goes, but still no league title. So that's another season. And of course, it's more heartbreak for Everton as Man City win the FA Cup as well as the Premier League. They went 2-0 up at Wembley. Ruben Dias scored a goal, and that was followed up in the second half by Jeremy Doku. We did get a goal back though. Erling Haaland did score literally in the 90th minute to give us a little bit of hope at the end, but it wasn't to be. It's a defeat. Look, we've won an FA Cup last year. We won a Carabao Cup this year. Still no Premier League title, though. It's time to spin the wheel. Right, we've lost Dean Henderson. He has gone to Saudi Arabia on a free transfer. So we've got our 3 wheel spins then before we start season 3. We have to get a goalkeeper, either somebody to compete with Martinez or to come and be the backup. And we're looking for 2 other players to make this team better than it is. So our first spin, here we go. We do need some big teams here. We've got one more crack at this league title. We're getting a player. Now that, I'm going to be honest, is a good start. We're getting a player from Arsenal. Come on. I think it would be silly at this point not to get Saka. And I'm really sorry, Emil Smith-Rowe. You only came in January, but you're going. So we're doing Bukayo Saka in. We'll keep Hudson-Odoi on the bench. Emil Smith-Rowe out. Manchester, we've not had a player from Man United before. This is our chance. So Bruno Fernandes comes in. We're going to drop Enzo Fernandez down to the bench. And Evan Nielsen, I'm really sorry, you're out. We've just got Arsenal, Man United and Newcastle in the same window. I mean, that is lucky. We'll take it, though. Now, looking at the Newcastle squad, they've got Vlachodimos in goal. But they've signed Diogo Costa. Now, is it cheating to get... Now, do you know what? He's a Newcastle player on the save. I think Diogo Costa comes in to start for us in goal. So our team for the 3rd and final season of this experiment, we've got Diogo Costa in goal. Guardiola, Milenkovic, Saliba and Reece James at the back. Rodri, Rice and Bruno Fernandes in centre midfield with Grealish on the left, Saka on the right, Haaland through the middle. And on the bench, we've got Martinez, Aya, Hickey, Branthwaite, Tielemans, Enzo Fernandez, Kulusevski, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Ollie Watkins. Okay, quick update. We have reached the end of October in the final season. The league is going very well. We are top of the table after 9 games with 25 points on the board. Liverpool are our main contenders or opposition this year. Man City not having a good season, so they look out of it already. Champions League's going pretty well. 2 wins and a draw from the first 3. Not in the FA Cup yet. We are playing Blackburn at home in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. No Community Shield this year yet. But all we really care about is the league title. So come back with me in January. We get 3 spins left. And they're the only spins left of this challenge. And then we plough on to see if we can get that title. Things were going incredibly well. We did just lose to Fulham, though, in the Premier League, which has really put a dampener on things. However, we are 6 points clear with a game in hand. Is it going to happen? It looks like it might. We just can't bottle it now. The Champions League's looking really solid. We should be going through in that. Carabao Cup semi-final against Palace to come up. An FA Cup 3rd round game against Northampton. But it's time for our final 3 spins of the challenge. Now, our team is really good. I feel like the only thing that can happen here is our team gets weaker at this stage of the challenge. You don't want that at all. For the first time this window, spin the wheel. This is it. It all comes down to these spins, and then we're going to crack on and see what happens. We're taking a player from Leeds. Not a great start. Look, there isn't a lot here that's going to improve my team. Leeds do actually have some good players, and they are mid-table in the Premier League, so they have done pretty well during this challenge. Anton Stack, I know, is a decent central midfielder. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I know he's always injured, but he's having a good season. 30 years old, could do a decent job from the bench. Looking at the other options, Ethan Ampadu, maybe. Joel Piro's decent. Jonathan Bamba's a decent footballer. I feel like I'm going to go Calvert-Lewin, and I don't think I'm going to regret it. Maybe, kind of. So we're doing Calvert-Lewin in. This is tricky, you know. I think I'm going to go Yuri Tielemans, who's not started a game this season, out. Second spin then. We've got 2 spins left. This is it. We are taking a team. I said we'll take it. We're not taking a team. We're taking a player from Newcastle. That could have been worse. Do you know what? Isak has played from the left before, so we're going to do it. We're going to do Alexander Isak in, Callum Hudson-Odoi out. And for the final spin of the challenge, can we get ourselves a good one? We've spun the wheel. We're taking a player from Liverpool. Now, I'll tell you why this is really interesting. Not only are we taking a Liverpool player, but we're taking a player away from Liverpool. So that hurts one of our rivals. Does that make sense? So I'm now thinking, instead of who would make us better, who is going to make Liverpool a lot worse? Florian Wirtz? Maybe. I've decided that Florian Wirtz is the guy that I want because he's going to come and play on the left, not Isak. And that takes Wirtz off of Liverpool, which means, and they're second in the table currently. So actually, it's good for us that we've taken their key man. And the player that's going to be leaving the team is, we've got Calvert-Lewin in now. So Ollie Watkins, you're out. So this is the team that's going to play for the final 6 months of the season. Feel free to pause the video and have a look down the list. It's a very, very strong team. If this team can't win the league, I don't think we ever will. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's come down to this. We are 10 points clear of Man City with 4 games to go, which means if we beat Burnley at home here at the Bramley Dock Stadium, we are the champions in our 3rd season, so we are going to play the match because I want to see us lift that trophy. There is nothing Man City can do here. If we win, we are the champions. But Burnley come forward. Now, this really would put a chicken amongst the pigeons if Burnley are to score here, but we break away with Haaland out to Saka. The dangerous Bukayo Saka runs through on his right. Oh my God, it's an unbelievable goal from Saka. I didn't know he had a right foot. He's ran about 50 yards. He's boomed it into the bottom corner with his right foot. Everton take the lead. I can smell it. I can taste it. It's right there. Saka down the right. It's a lovely shot into the corner past Panda in goal. Come on. As we go into half-time then, not a lot has happened since the goal. It's 1-0 to us, though. We do have 79% possession and all of the play. Burnley aren't really here, to be honest, but it 1-0. Anything can still happen. Everton come forward then. Saka on the right, who's been brilliant today. Out to Declan Rice, who's volleyed it straight at the keeper. That would have been probably goal of the whole experiment if that flew in. Bruno Fernandes corner, whips the ball in. It's headed away. Saka on the edge. Gets down the right-hand side. Out to Saliba. Into Saka. The ball is cleared and that. Okay, we have a rare highlight. There's not been a lot of them in the game, but we've been very dominant. Bruno Fernandes comes forward into Declan Rice. Can he shoot from there? No, he can't. He's gone through to Florian Wirtz. I thought it was offside. It's not offside. It's another good save from Panda in the Burnley goal. And Everton have a corner. Fernandes whips it into the back post. It's cleared away, and that's throwing on the left-hand side. Guardiola into Declan Rice. We've gone down in the box there. The ref has not given a penalty. Burnley could break away here, but they haven't. They've given it straight back to us. Guardiola again. We're playing some lovely football. I'd like that second goal just to secure this, because at 1-0, Burnley get a set piece. It's heartbreaking devastation, isn't it? Declan Rice down the left-hand side. Box-to-box midfielder whips the ball, and it's hit Clark. And Burnley can now come out with the ball. They've given it away again, though. It's a lovely ball out to Saka. Is this the moment? Haaland with the header into the bottom corner. Linesman's put his flag down. Haaland has scored. It's Everton 2, Burnley 0. And we are very, very close now. Another corner to Everton. Saka to whip it into the back post. It's cleared by Burnley. First picks it up again. Whips it back in. This is absolute domination from Everton. Burnley cannot get out of their penalty area. We keep hammering in the shots. It's cleared away again. Rodri into Bruno. Is that a free kick? No. They keep kicking it away, Burnley, and kicking it straight to Everton. And then we come forward again with Rodri. Passing it around. Obviously, there's no rush now. We're 2-0 up. 15 minutes to go. Haaland goes past his man. Florian Wirtz on his... Oh, my God. It's boomed the bar. Good effort. 2 minutes to go then. Whipped in. Ball's come out to the edge of the area. Burnley have cleared it. I don't think that's the highlight over just yet, though. Can we put the cherry on the cake? Saka into Rodri. Is there one last chance for us? Declan Rice into Florian Wirtz. The linesman's got his flag up, so it's not going to count. It's a lovely finish, though, from Florian. Lovely finish. Gone to VAR. Disallowed. Right, going into stoppage time then. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute to go. The whistle is gone. 3 seasons. I'm going to be honest, the wheel at times was quite kind to us. That could have been a lot worse. We've ended up with Haaland and Saka and Saliba and Bruno Fernandes and Rodri. Like, the list goes on. We didn't win it in the first 2 years. We came second in the first season. Lost out on goal difference in season 2. But finally in season 3, it wasn't close this year. Going to be honest, Man City weren't anywhere close to us. 10 points clear. We are the champions and we have completed the challenge. I can't believe it. It's gone well. I very much enjoyed doing this, and that, I'm very, very happy with that result. Okay, then, end of the challenge and the final league table. We got 92 points, which is a good effort. 12 points ahead of Man City and 22 points ahead of Arsenal in third. Didn't win a Champions League, unfortunately. Bayern Munich knocked us out in the quarterfinals, but, you know, that's fine. Did win an FA Cup, but not in the final season. We were knocked out by West Ham. Did win the Carabao Cups. We ended up with 2 of those. 1 Community Shield, 1 FA Cup, but more importantly, 1 Premier League title. And I'm going to be honest with you, right? Erling Haaland has been the star of this. I can't even do the maths. First season, 49 goals. Second season, 63 goals. Third season, 58 goals. In the comments, add those numbers up and tell me how many goals he scored. Must have been close to 200 in 3 seasons, which is actually a phenomenal effort. And a huge shout out to Bukayo Saka, by the way. 22 goals and 30 assists to win us the Premier League. Massive. So there we have it. The spin the wheel challenge was a success. I mean, I don't get any success on Football Manager, so actually I'm shocked that we actually did that in the 3rd season. Looked like we might not do it, but actually we did deserve it. We ended up with a brilliant team. The wheel was kind to us. It started off a little bit ropey with a couple of Sunderland and Burnley players, but when we needed it to be good to us, we ended up with some good spins, a really good team, and we won the league. I have really enjoyed making this video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it too. If you have, like it, please subscribe to my channel. There'll be loads more experiments like this coming, particularly when FM26 comes out. But I've had a great time and I hope you guys have too. So I'll see you for the next one.